Hey Liz. Hello. Okay, I've been thinking about your mystery a little bit, and I I have a couple of suggestions for you. Not very many. I really should have been doing more research, but I have been busy with a wedding that's happened this weekend, which is very nice, but it has not left me much time for mysteries. One thing I think you shouldn't completely discredit, this is not very likely, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. Poltergeist. Usually known for making noises, and obviously a footprint's not particularly noisy, and it's a little bit more tangible than the usual happenings of poltergeists. But they're also known for being disruptive or destructive. And you could argue that a footprint on your windowsill is both destructive of dust and disruptive also of dust and of your daily life. So, not to be completely ruled out, poltergeist. You can always blame something on a fairy, because it seems to me, if you read any of the stories, that fairies tend to like to screw with everybody. I mean, the good ones in a good way, but you don't necessarily know the evidence, that they're leaving behind. What does it mean? What are they really trying to accomplish? The bad ones, I don't know if I'm going to say bad, but let's just say unseelie. Yes, I'm pulling terms. Seelie, nicer. Unseelie, rogue, a little more personal gain. You don't really know what's going on there. So, maybe Puck is running around sticking his feet on your windowsill. You don't know. Maybe there's a good reason, maybe there's not. Watch for booby traps. Be careful. Another possibility, you said you didn't want to think about the fact that it might be children. It could be a child, and it doesn't necessarily have to be creepy, disturbing, or supernatural in any way. Know that children have a way of getting into everything and turning up everywhere, and it's perfectly natural. I know this from experience every single day. So, if there was a child on your windowsill, it could be the child was an equivalent of what my little brother was. This child, when I say this child, I mean my brother, not whoever's leaving footprints on your windowsill. He would end up on our roof all the frickin' time. He was banned from the roof, but at age 4, still you'd wake up in the morning and hear his little feet running across, just because it's what he did. He had to climb things and get into things that small children should not be able to get into, and he was just able and had to flex those little muscles. So, could be a child. Don't be freaked out about that. It just means there's some very, very dexterous child in your area. Also a possibility, not to be ruled out, and this is perhaps the most terrifying of all. I hear that somewhere in the United States, I don't remember where it was, there was a rogue cleaning lady that broke into somebody's house, cleaned things, and then left a huge bill and left. Like, she did that for a living. She'd break into people's houses and clean and leave bills, and people would actually pay her after that. Which I don't understand. I would not pay for cleaning that I did not order. That's ridiculous. You're invading my property. Stop. Could be she a rogue cleaning lady broke into your house to assess and decided that your house wasn't quite messy enough to suit her taste. She wasn't going to be able to make it really lucrative and left. So that's also a possibility. So watch out for those cleaning ladies. If she does decide to clean and leaves a bill, please don't pay it. Just don't encourage that practice. I think it's awful. Previously stated, I have been weddinging this weekend. I have been exhausted for the last 2 weeks. So after the wedding last night, I was driving around the guests of honor and the officiators of the wedding, Jack and Frida Taylor. It was kind of fun. Got to chauffeur them back and forth from Ransom Canyon. It's about a 20-minute drive. It's very nice. And I got in a little bit earlier than everybody else did last night because they wanted to go back early. They had to fly out this morning. And that allowed me a little time by myself in the house. And I was considering trying to find some people and hang out. Because I was dressed up. My hair was doing good. I bothered to fix it. I had my makeup on. I was like, I might as well take advantage of this moment and get some good people time in. But as soon as I changed clothes and sat down for a moment, that was the problem. I sat down. I started to crash. It was not a good thing. I was almost in the fetal position by the time my family got home. And I decided that I would be reading a book and then sleeping for as long as I felt like sleeping. So I did read a book, and long about 1, I ended up going to bed. I ended up staying up a little later because my brother and I started our traditional reconnect time of showing each other stupid videos, and we did that. And then around 1 a.m. I actually went to sleep, and I stayed in bed, waking up, falling asleep, waking up, falling asleep, until 1 o'clock this afternoon. So I stayed in bed for 12 hours, and that's the first time I've done that in so long. And I wouldn't recommend it on a general basis, but it was good for me today/yesterday. So good for me. And then I've been reading Dave Barry. Actually, I've been reading this Dave Barry. You can't read it because it's backwards, but it's Dave Barry, I'll Mature When I'm Dead. Dave Barry's Amazing Tales of Adulthood. And I would recommend it to anyone because it's hysterical in the best of ways. I would kind of like to be him when I grow up more. I'm Skyping you from my bed, actually, which may sound scandalous, but this is where I've been camped all day long. And if the picture is terribly grainy, it's because it is also very dimly lit in here because it's really swelteringly hot, and somehow when you put on the lights with the sweltering heat in the room on the bed, it gets even warmer and more unpleasant. So right now we're just hanging out here in the semi-darkness on my bed where I've been all day long. I would like to point out that now it is 5 o'clock and here I still am. It's good. I'm probably going to work out in a few minutes and start transitioning out of this phase, but it's been good to, hang out and just a tank top and shorts all day, and to not wear makeup, and to just lounge around reading. I would suggest having a day like that every once in a while. It's important. But my one day completely off work, I just needed to hang, and it was good, and I got to think a little bit more about your mystery. Keep me posted on that. I would really like to know what you end up turning up, if anything. Hey, another theory. Flying shoe. Someone might have thrown a shoe, landed there. Your window just happened to be open, or, well, no, you said you couldn't have it open. Maybe it was maybe somebody threw a shoe from the other room and it landed there and they picked it up, but they didn't even think about it. So, possibility, flying shoes. Can't rule it out unless you do some really deep, work there, forensic work, and find out exactly how much, weight and pressure was put into the dust to make it happen that way. You might find that there was a little more weight behind it. So, I don't know. That's my 2 cents. Keep me posted. I will talk to you later because I miss your guts. That, and I will see you in about a month and a half, which is extremely exciting. I'm already looking forward to that. See you later.